Welcome to Whiskey and Whiskers, episode 2, version 702.2. This is your host, Chop.
Gator.
Chris.
Blake. Now let's see what we got in the box today.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna look at it real quick, then we're gonna just roll.
Yep.
We'll do our full review in the middle of the show, so stay tuned. Today we're drinking Very Old Barton.
Oh yeah, go ahead and pour them up.
What was that fishnet thing you pulled off of it?
Bullshit.
That's
Okay.
a don't break a bottle clanker.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So while he's pouring those up, I'm excited to announce that we have a guest this week. He goes
Yeah.
by Bvillebutcher. He has a barbecue Instagram. I'm going to let him tell you a little bit more about it.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man. What's up? Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your Instagram page.
So my Instagram page is a little bit different than other barbecuers. I make my own spice blends. I try to live out the norm a little bit. I try coming up with something different, not using conventional cookers. I try not to use the cheat code, which is just pellets or a stick burner. You know, I try to do things just a lot different. And just starting out right now, and so far, so good.
You know what I liked about it? When I was looking at your Instagram, I was every guy that does barbecue does the same shit. It's ribs, brisket, chicken. Ribs, brisket, chicken. Throw some sausage in there, which sucks because it's not even your sausage, dude. That's somebody else's sausage.
Somebody made it. Yeah.
So what I liked about yours was one, there's some stuff I think about you making your own sausage, and then there's different stuff. I mean, there's pork butt, there's turkey. I saw turkey on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not all just ribs, brisket, chicken. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you could just constantly do barbecue, you know, day in and day night. There's a lot of guys that do that. They'll go outside, you know, they get home from work, they go out, they light their pits up, they get their charcoal
And absolutely,
rolling.
don't get me wrong, I love brisket, ribs, and chicken.
yeah.
I do. But someone that calls themselves a barbecuer, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not just cooking ribs, brisket, and chicken. You cook anything on a barbecue
Yeah.
pit.
Oh,
You cook
yeah.
anything. You can bake a cake on a barbecue pit.
Hell yeah. Might be a little
So-
smoky, but it's good.
So yeah, like why do we have to stick to this narrow pathway? Like why can't we, you know, try some new shit and let's get greasy.
No, it's cool, and I like too that you push home that it's like quality food, and you're into the food, every aspect of it. You know,
Definitely.
it's awesome. It's cool stuff.
I'm still trying not to buy the black nitro gloves like everybody else does. I think that's just cartoony and clown.
Are those the big plastic gloves?
Yeah,
They're
like,
heat
I got a
proof
pair.
yeah, they're like,
You
know,
pussy.
Well, I used to use welding gloves and they work really well.
Yeah, you don't get shocked by the brisket after it's been sitting on the fucking.
But those
smoker for
black
10
gloves
hours.
are a lot cheaper than the welding gloves.
That's true.
After you fuck them up, because you're going to fuck them up. You will. Let's take this shot of whiskey.
Sounds good.
Bottoms up, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's really good.
So, Butcher, we have a thing that we've talked about on the show. What is barbecue?
Well, yeah.
So where I'm going to go with this, just so you have an idea of what I'm leading you into. I would argue or advocate that a lot of people from maybe say up north don't necessarily know what barbecue is. They'll call barbecue and hamburger.
What are you saying?
Hamburgers and hot dogs is barbecue.
okay,
you know,
okay.
To me that's not barbecue. That's
grilling.
That's grilling.
All right.
To me, barbecue says smoke. Now I get it. You can make some badass barbecue chicken that you don't smoke it. You just grill it and sauce it. You know.
You can make some badass ribs that way too.
And I guess that's my point is barbecue doesn't necessarily have to be smoke, but it helps. And I think my whole argument when I advocate this is just that the barbecue down here is different, right? Like that's what we got.
Yeah, definitely.
And smoked brisket is something that if you've never had it, the hamburgers and hot dogs that you're used to are not cutting it.
So my definition of that would be, because you're fucking with me because I'm from New York, is the fact that up north, you know, you only got, you know, 5 days of summer, really, you know, because that's the only time it really gets hot up there. So a lot of people call it barbecuing up there when it's literally just, I got a grill, I got a propane tank, I'm going to put some dogs and some burgers on this thing,
man.
and then I'm calling that barbecue. No. Barbecue to me is, you got to have some type of carcinogen, whether it be from wood or from charcoal.
Hell yeah.
That's
We're all about
all it
carcinogens
is.
here.
Yeah.
Whiskey and Whiskers advocates carcinogens. Kids, try it out.
Yep.
Yeah. They're good. They taste good for sure.
Do you remember the beef jerky that they would shred up and put in a little dip can?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a little
Oh, yeah.
kid, you know, like the candy cigarettes.
Is that
and
what
the,
that
and
was?
the candy beef jerky, dude.
Uh-huh.
That shit was good.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or the big league chew too. It looked like
Yeah.
a chop.
It's basically just like shredded beef with a ton of salt, and you put it in your.
Oh, it's
lip, and
not good. It doesn't taste good. It's
Oh,
just
I love
It looks cool.
The texture and the way that I don't know. I loved it.
fine cut dip has that same texture. You should try that out
Yeah.
And it gives you a buzz.
I did try that out.
if you feel like throwing up.
I ended up dipping and smoking. That's
So-
not good for anybody.
So let me ask you, Butcher, when you did come down south, did you already have an idea of barbecue and you just built on that with Southern influence, or did you come down here and learn and realize something and run with it?
So early on, I traveled a lot, and I learned things from going to various places, going to Alabama, going to Tennessee, Kentucky, so forth.
Carolinas.
Yeah, but I never really liked the Carolina barbecue. That whole thing
either.
about the mustard.
I don't either. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
The vinegar-based
Yeah.
sauce, yeah.
And they sauce everything.
Yeah.
They sauce everything.
And
Like,
that-
you
so
can't
that's-
get anything with
that's-
We
sauce
want fries
on
with
it.
that? Let's put some sauce on it. Yeah.
That's opposite of Central Texas, right? Because
Yeah,
Central
we don't
Texas
sauce
is,
anything.
is
Like-
salt and pepper. That's it.
Don't
Some S&P.
Yeah, man.
sauce it.
So I just started, messing around one day.
Oh,
and
beef. Beef down here is bigger than anywhere else.
Oh, of
I mean,
course.
like
Everything's bigger
a
in
lot.
Texas.
A lot of
buddy.
places have never, or a lot of people have never even had a smoked beef rib, and that is out of fucking control. If you haven't had a smoked beef rib,
Man.
get your life together.
I know I've got some bigger beef down south.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm saying that you have a smaller penis than I do.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows that at the Blake, though. So it's not funny anymore.
So tell us about you came down here. You traveled.
Yeah,
So
and then
you'd
I
tasted
ju-
this stuff before.
I just took different influences. I liked a little bit of this. I liked a little bit of that. I liked this type of sauce. I like this type of flavor. I like this cut of meat. And it just everything changed. I mean, I'm not just I won't just put hickory down, or I'm not just going to put mesquite wood down. No, I'm changing it up. I mean, I'll do hickory and apple. Then I'll flip it the next time, and I'll do mesquite and cherry. I might even fuck it. I might even put like 5 fig trees in there. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
As long as I get a little bit of smoke out of it and I get that extra flavor, if I'm getting the flavor from the smoke, but I want to taste the meat as well.
Would you say that barbecue has to have smoke flavor?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, because again, we can grill.
Oh, you can grill.
But a grilled chicken breast is not barbecue.
Right.
Right.
A hot dog to me is not barbecue. Hamburger, we went over this.
Yeah.
I think if you're grilling on, say, like a Weber and you got some of that smoke flavor, yeah, dude, you're barbecuing.
Right. Yeah, that's the temperature difference, right? Like the low and slow versus the hot and quick. kind
Oh
of
yeah,
deal.
Yep.
just low and slow. Even on like a little Weber kettle or something like that. If you got charcoals on there, just open that thing up, go on HEB, get some wood chips, throw some wood chips.
Dude,
on
I've
top
seen
of
some
it.
guys do some impressive shit on a Weber.
Hell, man,
I mean,
dude. Dirty diapers work great, too. You
Yeah.
just got to let them dry out a little bit, and they'll smoke real nice.
And then put them in the sun.
Yeah.
Backseat of a hot car, it's right there.
Yeah.
Dude, when I lived in the country, we didn't have trash service out at the land, and so we had big metal 55-gallon drums, and we would just burn all the trash. And like I lived out there, and I had a 3-year-old at the time, and
smoking
those dirty
briskets with dirty
diapers do
diapers?
not create a tasty smoke whatsoever. It has such a distinct smell. I can almost taste it, like just thinking about it.
Yeah, man, you ate all those briskets for all those years.
Because I was burning the trash, and trash, it would, you throw a bunch of fluid in there and get it going, but after 40 minutes it would go out, and you got to go back out and light it again. It's just right in your face, just terrible. There was a distinct smell that the diapers had. And they did some really crazy shit when they got caught on fire too. Like they would expand and like pop and fizzle, weird shit.
Not good for cooking.
Not good for cooking.
No, man,
No,
for
no,
sure.
no. All right, so let me ask you this: what's your favorite cut of meat to cook?
Or no. More vague, and we'll focus in on it. What's your favorite animal to cook? Most versatile
Ooh.
animal. You only got one animal for the rest of your life. You can use all the parts of it.
Oh, it's gonna moo.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
no, we'll because you got so many different things you
There's
can
a lot
do.
of options, yeah.
Yeah,
For
there really
sure,
is.
for
Okay,
sure.
now, what's your favorite cut?
I gotta go with a beef rib because there's something about that beef rib that it's just You know, it reminds me of Fred Flintstone.
I was
Remember
gonna say
scene?
that. It always reminds me of Fred Flintstone when they walk out and they put the ribs in the car
Yeah.
and the car tips over.
You mean like short ribs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, like the big ass fucking like tomahawk T-bone.
Oh yeah,
That's
dope.
what I think of Fred Flintstone.
We grilled some of those.
Oh, the ribeyes, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the upper end of that rib bone you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah. That's good shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Have you ever done like a standing rib roast?
Once.
Yeah, those are expensive. Those are hard to practice on.
But they taste good.
Yeah, there's a couple things I've been wanting to try to do. I've been wanting to do a crown of rack of lamb.
Oh,
But I've
man.
I've never gotten around to it, and I've been dying to do it. And it's like
I love lamb. I mean, next to beef, lamb is the best steak.
If you get a good lamb chop, I think it's comparable to like a nice fillet.
But have you had smoked venison backstrap?
Oh, dude,
Venison
Yeah.
is a whole fucking
another game.
yeah. That's
Man, those are just
like I was
big
gonna say a
rats.
whole another animal, but like literally.
well, it is.
It is.
Venison's good shit, man. Venison backstrap's fucking out of control.
You know, and talk about hard to come by.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming off of those.
No.
You can get deer sausage as the day is long. I got
Right.
lots of people that'll give me deer sausage and different cuts.
That backstrap,
That
that's like gold.
They're like, I'll give you a bite of this backstrap when I'm eating it. And you're like, damn, that's cold hearted.
And I'm gonna cut it in half.
Yeah. And I'm getting the bigger half.
Yeah.
That's how I roll, at least.
Yeah, venison's good shit, man. And that backstrap is the prime. Fucking that's grade A. That's what you're looking for.
But not the deer down here. The deer down here are like Great Danes. They're not
Yeah.
even deer. I mean, our deer up north are like,
They're way
You got
bigger.
210.
Well, they're
Yeah,
whitetail.
man.
You're talking about like
No, there's
They're
still
whitetail.
whitetail up there.
Big-ass
but-
whitetail?
Yeah. Like
We
you.
get some big ass whitetail here too. It just depends where you go. There's a lot of high
Yeah.
fences in Texas that have trophy.
Yeah, I think
bucket
that's the
bugs.
difference. Is you got to go to a place, but then those places have like record deer.
Oh yeah. Like you
Yeah.
go up the
But if you just
Adirondacks.
go out like on some open property somewhere and try it, yeah, you're gonna shoot a big dog. You
Yeah.
know,
But-
Yeah.
size deer.
Like
So-
Lakeway.
Yeah,
I
like
think
Lakeway.
I think my last dinner might be like start with bacon wrapped, jalapeno stuffed dove,
Oh my
breast.
god.
Yeah.
all smoked. Got to start with there.
Which end do you like?
everything's
And I want
smoked.
boneless too. Like
Yeah, boneless dove, just ready to eat, wrapped in bacon, stuffed with cheese and bacon and all kinds of good
Jalapeno.
jalapeno. Yeah, that's where you start, and then smoked venison backstrap for like meat cut and everything that I want, with venison sausage as well, and then like probably scalloped potatoes.
I like
and
this
corn
game.
on the cob.
What about mashed potatoes?
So he brought up something cool. So, and I want to ask you about this because you're a Yankee. Jalapenos. So here's a little sliver into my life. I'm from New York too, and when I came to Texas, jalapenos were. It was fucking weird when I had jalapenos and cornbread for the first time.
Oh, like jalapeno was life down here.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And when I got like ranch dressing on my pizza, I was like, this place is fucked. And then when I got hot dogs and they only put ketchup on them, I was like, y'all are fucking whack as shit. What the fuck, man?
I went to Chewy's like the first week I was here when I came down for work. And they put this little white cup in front of me. I'm like, what's this? They're like, jalapeno ranch. I'm like, where the fuck do you get a jalapeno ranch? How do you...
Yeah.
That's the shit.
This is voodoo.
That's the shit.
Jalapeno ranch is good shit though.
It really is. That was like one of my favorite
Yeah,
things.
it's
put it on.
delicious, but it's so fucking
Mashed
weird,
potatoes, ice cream. You can put that shit on anything.
Pussy.
Dude, I'm
Hell yeah.
I'm from here, and the first time I went to Chewy's and they brought it out like a bowl of salsa, I was like, really? Just ranch and chips? Like, I mean, I can get down, but like, it just didn't seem like, salsa, queso, guacamole, all that. Yeah, you expect that. You don't expect jalapeno ranch. And
Yeah.
I'm from here.
Yeah, you could get that from a gas station with your Fritos or something, but like going to a restaurant and they make it, it's like, what the fuck?
I've never,
Actually-
never tried using it on anything. You guys ever tried to like smear it on like a chicken breast and then like grilled it?
No, but that's a
No.
great idea.
You know what?
I'm down.
I mean, I've
You ever
grilled
tried it?
jalapenos before.
Like those
yeah.
poppers, like with the cheese in them and wrapped in bacon.
Dude,
Those
cream
are-
cheese
That's
wrapped
the
in
extent of
bacon.
mine.
All right, can we just go ahead and lay it out that that's a basic food group in the South? Is jalapeno with stuffed cream cheese wrapped in bacon.
bacon.
And that's
And some form
the
of
basics,
meat that
right? Like
you
that's
probably killed.
that's cheese pizza up north,
Right.
Jalapeno cream cheese bacon down here. You can put sausage in it. You can put different types of cheddar in it. You can do different stuff. You put a shrimp in there.
Yeah.
Scramp.
Put some scrimps, but
You can shove the whole motherfucker inside a dove.
jalapeno cream
hurts.
cheese and bacon. It doesn't get better than that.
I'm curious. I put mine out there. Butcher, what will your last meal be?
It's probably gonna be a
Well, that's
intravenous
a-
fluid or something. I don't think it's gonna be anything fancy like that. Yeah, but
I was just trying to think of, like, you were talking about the dove thing. I was thinking, you guys have heard of a turducken.
Oh yeah.
What about a turdoven? Has everyone's ever done that?
See,
What was the one we did? We did
Turducken of? Because you would shove the dove inside of the...
I feel like
be in the middle.
I feel like the turkey's gonna fuck it up. You're gonna want duck, chicken, and then the dove on the inside is gonna be boneless, and there's gonna be 30 of them just crammed into that cavity.
Yeah, because they're little.
With a beer can.
But a bunch of them.
How do you get that big mass of different animals to cook evenly so you don't have like a fucking dried out
The
turkey?
whole thing's deboned except for the legs. You slice it like a loaf of bread.
What?
Yeah, it's
It's
wild.
almost like a ham. Like they just wrap it up real tight and fucking let her go.
We
Yeah.
did a
That's
fucked
crazy.
up Turducken. It wasn't a turducken. It was a bunch of other meats, but it was. We did a bacon weave. It was at your dad's house.
I remember that, yeah.
What the hell was it?
I don't. I think
Squirrels?
Fuck, I'm trying
Rabbits?
to remember. We
Yeah,
did
there was
do-
a raccoon, armadillo.
Yeah, I think it was a roadkill special. I can't remember. But,
But a
Tire
bacon
marks
weave
on it and
makes it
everything?
better.
Yeah, the bacon.
I saw a bacon weave on your Instagram.
I've done lots. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of bacon weaves.
Bacon braids are pretty nice too.
But so I want to backtrack.
bacon
it.
Afghans. I mean,
Yeah. Dreads. You ever seen the dreads? Oh man, they're really cool. You gotta roast it with us.
I want to backtrack a little bit because we were talking about jalapeno. So that brings up like the southern spice tends to lean towards jalapeno and pepper and shit like that. And I know you've messed around a little bit with like wings. What's your go-to like level of spice, or how do you spice wings whenever you go to do those?
Typically, when I'm doing wings, I grew up south of Buffalo, and the only way that you ever made chicken wings is with Frank's Red Hot. That's what everybody used. It was like that's
I think
what
that's
started
a staple.
it.
Yeah, that's
That's pretty much global.
And then you come to like these crazy places like, oh no, we use Texas Pete's. It's like, no, you fucked up. But as far as a hot level, I mean, I would go Frank's Red Hot, a little bit of butter, and maybe 5 or 6 drops of Tabasco. If you want to get a little extra on there.
Gotcha.
But I mean, none of my friends or nothing like that ever fucked with like ghost peppers and stuff like that, because that's just
a challenge.
Yeah.
That's all
So-
that is. None of us
yeah.
do that for enjoyment.
I had I had a friend that I was talking to this about yesterday, and we were talking about peppers because I've been talking about it. I got back into spicy food, and I have a friend that's really into it. He got a Reaper sauce.
Carolina.
Carolina Reaper sauce.
Carolina
fun.
Reefer.
And they sent him like some dried Reapers, and he was fucking around with those and stuff. And he straight up was like, all right, habanero is the pin, like that's the top point where there's flavor and it's enjoyable, but it's really hot. Anything past that, you're just dick measuring. Like,
Yeah.
Like habanero. Like
Yeah.
it's just the next
no,
level.
anything
yeah.
past habanero. Habanero, I think you can still do and have good flavor, and like it can be tasteful. Anything past that, like when you start fucking with ghost peppers and Reapers and shit
dude.
like
there's
that.
sweet habanero sauces that are
Oh
awesome.
yeah. But anything
Pineapple habanero.
past that, you're just measuring dicks, dude. Like it's just a matter of like how spicy is this shit that I can eat, and it's not because it's good. It's because it's how
Yeah.
spicy can I handle.
How big do I think my dick is?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's magic shit with spicy, like a fruit and like a cheese together. Like that combination of
Yeah.
things goes really, really well. And
Yeah.
you can mix that up anyway. The one I always go to is the pineapple habanero for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or mango
But also,
habanero.
Like I've been places where they'll take like a cream cheese block and then they'll put like a jam or jelly over the top of it, and then with like habaneros or jalapenos all mixed in it. And
That's good.
it's really good.
You know the difference between jam and jelly?
Nope.
I can't jelly this dick in your butt.
Jokes.
But if you
I,
tried hard, you could.
So I fucked around and got a hold of a habanero while I was eating a taco the other day, and that was a game changer.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting used to some spicy shit, and like jalapeno is pretty normal, and like I can handle most of that. I was Torchy's has their Diablo sauce, so I was pretty used to that. When it was at Torchy's, I got a hold of one of their tacos of the month, and I was like, oh, this is fine. Got like halfway through the taco and got into a habanero and went, oh fuck,
Oh no.
this is the real deal. And
Yeah,
then
that'll make you
fucking-
second guess your decisions.
Yeah,
Were your
I
lips
almost-
burning?
Do what?
Were your lips burning?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I hate that where it feels like your lips are cracked and it's like...
So how many people in this room fucked up wasabi the first time you experienced
Oh, I love
Oh,
wasabi.
man,
You know,
I
I can go
love it.
fucking hard on wasabi.
That's a different type of hot.
Yeah, because that's a burn the fuck out of your nostrils, and then like 3 seconds
Sweat
later
out
it's
of your
gone.
eyeballs?
So,
Stay tuned. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
so when I was living in New York, my dad and my grandfather used to go like grab it off the side of the road. They just harvest horseradish.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And like they would burn like 3 or 4 blenders a weekend, like processing it, you know? because they want to go out and buy a nice food processor. They'd buy a $10 fucking blender from the corner store and make it happen, and just jars of it, living off of it. It was I love that type of heat.
Yeah, I do
Oh
too.
yeah,
It's so different than the acidic, like burning your mouth peppers. It's like a nasally, just intense. I love it, man.
There was a guy that I worked with that grew up on a farm. The guy's huge. I mean, he's 6'4". He's got wings on his back like a cobra. He's
Hell
so
yeah.
big from baling hay. And we were in Washington, D.C., just outside, in Bethesda. And we went to lunch for a Chinese restaurant. And he's never been to a sit-down Chinese restaurant before. He's always used to going in there, seeing whatever the hell you could order over the counter. Mm-hmm. So he's sitting down. Guy comes over, puts our egg rolls in front of us, and he says, "Oh man, I fucking love egg rolls." And I grabbed the little tree that's got the soy sauce on it, the teriyaki sauce, the hot mustard, and then the sweet and sour sauce.
Ooh, that stuff's good.
And if you ever look, the hot mustard is the tiniest baby spoon possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So my buddy Dave looks at me. He's like, "What is that? Was that mustard?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I fucking love mustard." I said, "Get in that thing." So he takes his egg roll, and the big egg rolls are like this. And he's just twirling it inside of this thing. He's rubbing this whole thing in there. He shoves it in his mouth. He gets about 2 chomps into it. And it just straight to his nose. Oh, no. And he's just, and snot's coming out, and he's crying, and he doesn't know what to do. And he goes to grab it for his tea, and he doesn't realize it's hot, and he tries shooting a hot tea.
No.
Doesn't know what's going on. So I'm laughing, and he's like, "What's our waiter's name? What's our waiter's name?" So I just yell, just yell Hop Sing. So he stands up and he starts yelling, "Hop Sing!" And I'm like, "Oh my God, you're an idiot." There's snot all over the table. He's spitting this egg roll out. Oh, it was incredible.
That's good.
So we went with a bro one time, ordered sushi. We get this giant tray of sushi. I take one of the little pieces and I put a little bit of that that green wasabi on it, and I eat it. And he goes, "What is that? Is that guacamole?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's guacamole."
Yeah, I fucked that up.
It's JV, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, JV? So I was like, "Yeah, dude, that's guacamole. Get you some." And he scooped the entire, they give you like a glop, like a spoonful that's supposed to last the whole meal. He took the whole thing and put it on one piece, and he puts it in his mouth. And I'm watching him because I'm waiting for the reaction, right? And I'm watching it, nothing. He's ice cold. Props, JV. He's ice cold. He eats the whole thing. He swallows it, and he goes, "Man, fuck you guys."
Oh man,
I did pretty much the same thing. The first time I had wasabi, I think I was with my parents even. I was pretty little, but man, I was like, I don't know, guacamole. I'm from Texas, right? Like same thing. I thought it was guacamole. I was like, I don't know, guacamole, Chinese seafood. No, I don't know, man. But so I took the whole fork and just got the whole glob, because they only put a little glob on your plate.
Yeah.
You got the whole glob, put it on there and ate it. Oh no.
oh no.
That's some jackass shit right there.
So if I understand it right, I think most of the wasabi that we get in America is just horseradish.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actual
Dyed
wasabi.
green.
Yeah, it's horseradish dyed green. So that's why the burn is the exact fucking same. I think they're really similar. But I think
that's what I
wasabi's-
like. I like horseradish. I think if
Yeah.
I went to Japan and they gave me actual wasabi, I'd be like, "Where's horseradish?"
No, give me the real stuff, man. Come on. I want the real stuff.
Shit, man.
I think they're really similar. I think that it's easier for Americans to just to dye horseradish than it is to actually get a hold of wasabi.
So, Butcher, you brought something for us, huh?
Yeah, so, I guess it's a southern thing or something like that. I guess that, you have to bring something to someone's house. I don't know. It's always fucking rude.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know
I
what
like that.
I don't know what that means.
No, that's definitely a thing. I'm glad you.
Every time
knew
you
that.
come over, you got to bring shit.
So, what
Especially food.
You brought us all $100 in a blowjob, right?
It should be here in a minute.
Yes.
So, what I did is I smoked up some different kinds of wings. I did.
Man.
Well, if we're doing, Whiskers whiskey, we got to have wings, and you got to
Dude.
come up with something else.
And wings
double
go
use.
so good with whiskey and whiskers.
oh, they just dip it.
man.
I mean, fuck blue cheese, just right in the whiskey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If there's
And my
anything-
whiskers.
If there's anything I like when I'm drinking a whole bunch of whiskey, it's to eat a bunch of spicy food.
Uh-huh.
So, are these? Tell us what you brought.
Sorry, I got 3 different flavors. So I have a traditional buffalo hot, but they're smoked. So put them in the smoker, took them out, rinsed them with some hot sauce. Then I have a sweet wing. So we have our spicy, we have our savory, and then I have another one. It's salt and vinegar. It's kind of a New York type of thing.
It's a standard condiment in Canada.
Exactly. So we got salty, savory, and we got spicy.
Well, you're gonna take me out of my comfort zone. But
Yep. So
I'm all about it.
I'm down with the spicy. I don't know about salt and vinegar. That
Man,
sounds like a
I'm
Yankee
ready to
sport
try
to
it.
me.
Yeah.
I'm
You'd be surprised.
trisexual. I'll try anything. Let's do it. Man.
All right, so we're gonna pass these around, but in the meantime,
Wait, we didn't finish. Chop, what's your last meal?
oh man, I was worried we were gonna go there. I'm thinking maybe some like dodo bird fillet. They're gonna be looking for that for a while.
Or condor.
Yeah.
Condor. Spotted owl. Have you ever tasted spotted owl? Tastes just like bald eagle.
Spotted owl breast.
You know, something's gonna take a little while to come up with. You know, they're gonna have to really dig up on that one.
Nope, that's what I want. You can't put me down until you get me that spotted owl.
Maybe like a rhino tenderloin or something. Would that be any good? You think they have good marbling throughout their
Oh, you know they're good. Then why are people killing them if they're
eating
not
all
good?
that grass? You
You know
know,
they're good.
like grass-fed rhino. That's gonna be delicious.
Man, I don't know. Honestly,
Ooh, that smells good. I can smell it.
if they were gonna put me down tomorrow, shit, dude, I'd probably ask for. Man, right now, I would honestly say like probably some badass Mexican food. Something that I could definitely turn up the spice on because I'm into that right now. I don't know, maybe chicken wings.
Prime rib, sushi,
Sushi's a good one.
sushi.
Some fucking bad. That sushi that can kill you. That'd be on there.
Yeah, what is that stuff called?
Is that the puffer fish?
Yeah, it's the puffer fish. I just forgot what it's called.
Dude, you might as well just go to Haiti and fucking go full-blown zombie because they'll do the same thing. They're there. You know?
Yeah. I'm thinking, you try some wild shit, man. Like, fuck it, it might kill me. I'm gonna die anyway.
What's the
Yeah,
so-
puffer fish makes
puffer
sense.
fish.
That's a good one.
What's the wildest thing y'all have ever had?
Guinea pig.
Octopus, barbecued octopus on a stick. Baby octopus on a stick, barbecued.
Blake?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've eaten like I cooked a whole hog one time. I smoked an entire pig, whole thing.
Oh man, that hog that you did that to, I went full fucking Flintstone on. I got real drunk and everybody else passed out, and I took the leg and just was sitting there fucking like straight up foot all the way up to.
See, I was trying to
quarter.
gross people out, so I stuck my finger in the eye socket and scooped the eye out with
Yeah.
my finger. Or get the brain, scrape the inside of the skull with. Yeah. I don't know. I guess that could be considered weird. I've cooked rattlesnake. I've shot and like cleaned and cooked and eaten rattlesnake before. What else?
I've had rattlesnake before. I've had turkey, or not turkey. That's not very spectacular. Rabbits. You
Oh
ever-
yeah, I've had rabbits.
Like cooking a whole rabbit on a fire. It looks like a person, like a little tiny person.
The cool thing about rabbits, and I don't know. The cool thing about rabbits is you don't even need a knife to clean them. You can clean rabbits.
Oh,
with
you
your
just
bare
rip the
hands.
flesh
Yeah.
right off with your hands. Yeah.
Yep.
I had
I,
sea cucumbers one time. And
Oh
that
yeah,
was
I've had
pretty
sea
weird.
cucumber, all kinds of sushi, just about every kind. I haven't had that puffer fish, but the fish eggs I'm down with. Sea cucumber,
I know
seaweed, all that shit.
I've told the story before, but guinea pig is definitely still at the top of my list. That's the weirdest shit I've ever put in my gullet.
Yeah, that's weird. I've never had guinea pig. I would try it, but
Was it your pet?
Yeah.
You can smoke it
It was like rotisserie.
in your microwave.
Yeah.
You put a bunch of tinfoil in there and put the thing on top of it. Just let it rip.
it's a delicacy in Peru.
I actually ate this in Ecuador. And they let them run around in a room in their house. It's like a chicken coop kind of. It's fucking wild.
And they fight over. Isn't they fight over the head? Mm-hmm. That's yeah. Because I had a friend that went to Peru and went to Machu Picchu,
yeah.
whatever.
Fucking
I
right,
can't-
dude. Machu Picchu. I don't know.
But yeah, he had guinea pig when he was down there too. And I said, "What's it taste like?" He's like, "Chicken."
Yeah. It really wasn't that crazy, at least flavor wise.
Yeah, I think most of my weird stuff is stuff I did on my own. Like I said, I've had rattlesnake before where someone cooked it and it was good, but you don't even know what you're eating really at that point. Like I've shot a rattlesnake with a 22 and been like, oh fuck it, let's try. You know, one of the first dates I took my wife on was I took her frog gigging and we gigged these big ass bullfrogs, got a bunch of them, and cleaned them and fried them up, fucking delicious. You know.
Frog legs. That's pretty popular up north. I remember going out to eat and they had frog legs everywhere.
I don't remember ever going anywhere where I ever saw a frog leg on the. No.
We used to go to this place called Le Berge, and it was like a French place. They had like prime rib and all that kind of stuff, but they had frog legs there.
Huh.
And I was always like, we had a pond at my house in New York, and there's shit tons of frogs. And I was like, that's fucking gross. Because I was a kid, and I'd catch them, and I'm like, you're going to fucking put butter on that shit and eat it with something? Like,
I just cut them up, deep fry them.
For a long time, a lot of bars would have like the bar eggs, the pickled shit, the bar eggs, and like the pig's feet.
I've
and all
had
that kind
pickled
of shit.
quail eggs, pickled pig's feet.
Yeah, that's a big thing up there too. A lot of bars you go to have the pickled egg sitting there.
man, these wings are slamming.
So,
Yeah,
So good.
right now we're all munching.
which one do you like there?
Man, I just put down one of each, and I gotta say I do like the sweet, but I think my favorite was the spicy.
Yeah.
It was like me personally, just because I'm into it right now, I could kick it up a couple notches, but I think that was my favorite, just like overall flavor. The sweet was still really, really good though. The other one, the salt and vinegar one, wasn't my thing, but I didn't dislike it at all. Still
Right
picked
on.
the bone clean.
Yeah, and up in New York, they do these huge weekend fire pit things where there's they do like fireman fundraisers, and they just take a bunch of cinder blocks and make a huge pit. They take a bunch
Nice.
of what is it, expanded metal, and they throw chicken quarters on it. And they'll put the expanded metal on the other side of it. They get a rip-roaring fire underneath it, and they walk by with these sprayers like you would use to like spray your garden with, and they would mix this stuff up, and they would just walk by and just spray the shit on just a fine mist, and they would just keep turning the chicken every 15 minutes and spraying this stuff on, and you get yourself a nice chicken dinner for I don't know $8.50, $9 depending on where you're at.
Which is cheap up north for sure.
Yeah, and you would get a half a chicken, or you get 2 quarters and a leg, coleslaw, potato salad, and like a dinner roll. But that was it's just something I tried doing. Sometimes it works a little bit better than others. I know it works better with bigger pieces of chicken, but
So I just ate one of each. All delicious, by the way.
Oh, they're so good. I'm not even going to talk about them because they're so good.
The sweet one surprised me. I really liked it. I liked what was going on in the outside. The salt and vinegar one, I think I'm with chop. That might be, just a flavor that we're not used to, and it's good. It is good. I want to throw that out there. It's good.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. Like, I still picked the bone clean, but like it just like
But
I
of
think
those
I'm used
three,
to the others.
The hot one is perfect. You could have amped the heat up a little bit, but when you don't know who you're serving, you try not to make it just fire the whole hot. I like it just a little bit hotter, but that flavor is bomb. And the smoke everyone always fries them, and it's delicious. I love fried chicken wings, but I like smoked chicken wings better. I do. And you toss them in that. Is that Frank's, or did you make your own hot?
I'm trying to stuff my face.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just a typical Frank's right there.
Awesome. Yeah.
I did amp it up a little bit, but not by much.
What'd you do with the sweet one?
Sweet one's just my own rub. I come up with something different almost every single time. I never write anything down. I never do measurements.
Yeah.
And I just kind
Nice good
of wing
chef's
it.
Fuck all that noise.
Wing it. I see what you did there.
Yeah, dude. So all three of those were fire. The hot one is my favorite. Then I like the sweet one, and it wasn't too sweet. I've had sweet wings before, and it's like they put fucking jelly on the outside or something. Not into that. Like I'm not a big sweet person as it goes.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. Was like it was just enough. It was different and it was sweet, but it wasn't like overbearing, and it wasn't just like it was kind of like what you were saying, like just a jelly around the outside, or it's just like this is overbearing. You almost can't taste the chicken because it's like fucking candy.
So for me, the sweet takes first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
The
see
hot
it.
one takes second, but it also lit me the fuck up because I bit into it and it squirted into my eye. Dude,
That's how you know it's good.
I lit the fuck up. I had to get my shirt up and like try to wipe my eye off without using my spicy hands. Yeah. Yep. I really also like the salt and vinegar one. Yeah, for sure. I like all of them equally, pretty much.
See,
but If
feel
I
like
put them in order, I would go sweet, hot.
I'm gonna be
salt and vinegar.
I'm gonna be an outlier. So I like the salt and vinegar the best. That was
There you
my,
go.
my
Yeah.
first
see the
preference.
Yankees.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It probably really is. I mean,
It
we don't-
tasted the most basic, and I guess because I'm not used to like eating a lot of spicy stuff, it's not first thing that comes to me. But you know, it was just a very simple flavor, but it was delicious. I really liked it. The sweet one I liked, and the spicy one I liked too. But just that spice isn't really on my spectrum.
Right.
You know, but
What
yeah,
about you?
man.
Which one's your favorite of those two that you just ate?
So I'm always partial to hot, just because that's the way it was. I remember being like 8, 9 years old, I think, and then my sister used to work at a movie rental place. So on Friday and Saturday nights we got free movie rentals, and my mom would go get a pizza and wings, and then she'd go get Friday the 13th. Or Nightmare on Elm Street or something.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
I remember my mom, and my stepfather just sitting there in the living room and trying to eat normal chicken wings, which are now mild, and our lips would be numb. We didn't know what to do, and we'd have napkins all over the place, and we're like, "Oh my god, this is so hot!" So it just kind of brings me back to my childhood a lot.
It took me. We didn't eat. I guess we did. We ate jalapenos, but
Well, we're
as
from here.
I was about to
always
say,
spicy.
as a
That's
Texan,
lot of country.
jalapeno it's a flavor. It's not even a heat thing. You eat it so often.
Yeah.
Other like a Hatch chili fucks me up harder than I think it should.
Really?
I can still eat it, but yeah, like if I eat we go skiing every year in New Mexico, and
Right.
they put Hatch chilies on everything.
Oh,
and I
they're
got
so good.
I got a burger
Fucking
one
mud
time.
people.
I got a burger one time that was just smothered in Hatch chilies, and I'm like, yeah, bring it on. Hatch
Hell
chili isn't
yeah.
as hot as a
That's my
jalapeno.
favorite time of year to make burgers is when Hatch chili season's going on.
Dude, my wife
Dude, that shit is fucking hot.
They're hot, but they're so good.
My wife can eat ghost peppers, but black pepper fucks her up.
That's what I'm saying. I think when you get acclimated to one type, another type, you're like, holy shit, this is hot.
It
And then,
throws you off, yeah.
right.
I think that is a thing because like I'm pretty used to like jalapeno and like pepper hot, and then there's a few things where like sriracha will still fuck me up way harder than like peppers that are supposed to be way spicier than sriracha.
Yeah, you
Like,
get a little bit
fuck
too
up your
excited
mouth?
with that sriracha.
Uh-huh.
Does it fuck up your mouth or does it fuck up like your gut? Because I'll eat sriracha.
It just
and,
does the
like,
thing.
I'm
It
not
makes
right.
your nose run.
I mean,
you start
yeah.
to sweat and your lips burn.
Everything spicy fucks up my gut. Let's be realistic
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But sriracha will fuck up my mouth more than like currently. There was a day where I was used to sriracha and jalapenos would fuck me up more. So I think it is a little bit of what type of spice and just kind of what you're used to.
I could eat spoonfuls of black pepper, but
Yeah.
pepper spice, like, regular pepper spice fucks me up. Like I can't. Cayenne gets me.
Oh, see, like
cayenne's fucking real deal.
But
though.
I could
That
eat.
shit's
But I
hot.
could eat a spoonful of black pepper, like without a
See,
problem.
cayenne doesn't fucking do fucking jack for me anymore. But again, going to sriracha, it fucks me up. So it definitely is kind of what you're used to.
Yeah, people experience things differently for sure.
No, that's bullshit.
Well, Butcher, thank you for those chicken wings. Those were
Oh, yeah.
delicious.
Oh, yeah.
no, those were so good.
It was
Dude,
right
there's
on
like
time.
fucking 3 dozen in there for y'all.
What a cool thing to bring.
I know.
Like,
Of course.
It's
Some
fucking
of our
awesome.
other guests brought chicken wings. Fuck them.
I don't know, they just bring a lot of bullshit and want to talk about it.
Come on, guys, step up.
Here we go.
Hey, but
Yeah, fuck Captain Glenn and
What do you bring? A bunch of
you
lake
gonna call him
water?
out by
fishing.
name?
He's like, I got gallons
Charlie.
of lake water.
Charlie.
Fucking Charlie's everywhere.
Where the fuck is the chicken wings,
I know.
bros?
Gallons of YouTube, gallons of lake water.
I think we should chase it with some very old Barton.
That's what I was gonna say. So the perfect thing to go with chicken wings is whiskey, right?
Whiskey and beer.
Sure.
So I'm gonna pour these up again. Let me see your shot glasses, gentlemen.
Burning
go.
down the house. Ooh, pour them up.
No, that's man, I'm always excited to try new chicken wings. I'm on this kick right now where I'm going around and trying some of the wing places in Austin, and we talked about it a little bit on the last episode, and it's just there's so many good ones and there's so many good sauces, and just like it's awesome to get a little bit of like the home cooked and definitely to get something that's like smoked instead of the standard of just like deep fried wings.
And it comes from a unique recipe and somebody who's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it's so cool to have something that's like custom and homemade. It's awesome.
All right, let's take a minute to talk about very old Barton
Who's Barton and why is he very old? That's what I want to know.
because he's been around for a while.
Does he fart dust?
Oof.
86 proof and crafted. It says it's crafted,
Yikes.
so that's good.
What does that mean? Like craft cheese?
So some whiskey history here. There's only like 12 companies out there that distill whiskey. most of the whiskeys that you get are importing in a bunch of different whiskeys from the actual distillers and mixing their own blend. That's why you see blended a lot.
Yep.
This says bottled by Barton Distilling Company, Frankfort, Kentucky.
Ooh, that's a cup.
Kentucky straight, 86 proof, 43% alcohol by volume. Dude, there's not a lot of nonsense to this bottle. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
There's
I do like the bottle.
There's
It
no
looks like a
bullshit on the
bottle of
back to
Kvass.
read. There's not like it's fucking whiskey, bro.
Yeah.
Let's drink it. Like
So how do you say the capital of Kentucky? Is it Louisville or Louisville?
Louisville.
Depends on where you're from.
It's Frankfurt. Oh,
you fucking idiot.
fucking got you.
Yeah. So this is made in Frankfort, Kentucky. The bottle, what? It's short and squatty,
Yeah.
kind of round.
It reminds me of like a
It is a
Scotch-
plastic.
Reminds
cap.
me of Blake.
And, and what for a whiskey that doesn't have a cork, it's got a cap, a plastic cap.
Uh-huh.
I
good
think
whiskey.
I think it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
This is not an expensive bottle.
Really? That actually surprised me because it was really, really smooth. I liked it. I think we should go ahead and nail down the second shot and see where it takes us. And then maybe go through our 5. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Here we go.
I'm still right where I was after the first one. That's really good.
All right.
It's got some heat, but
Sweetness,
It's got some.
a little bit,
Tiny bit.
not overwhelming.
I'd say like 2.5.
2.5 is where I was gonna go.
Crunch.
Not really.
Not really.
I would give it like a 1.5, 2.
Which is surprising that it doesn't have a lot of crunch because next is bite, and it does have a pretty good bite.
It does
to
have a bite, yeah.
And usually things that aren't sweet and have a bite have crunch.
Right.
I like the bite. Bite's perfect, and
Yeah.
I tend to lean heavier on bite. I try to go like 3.5, 4 is where I like to be. I'd say that's where that is.
Yeah, I
3.5.
tend to lean right at like 3.5, and I think the bite is still on point for me. So I'd give it like a 3.5.
How do we feel about the bottle?
I like the bottle.
Yeah.
It's very basic. It's short and squatty, which we've talked about before. I don't like the tall, tippable bottles.
It has a long neck on it too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems a little bit atypical from what we're used to getting on the show, being that it's kind of got that round shape to it. It's not flat, like the other cask kind of style bottles. I don't know if I buy into it as being a full-on whiskey bottle.
Are you a true believer that we have a typical type of whiskey on the show?
Just following the trend. The bottle's a bit different than what we
There's
Yeah,
not
well,
been a trend. We're all
yeah,
over
but
the
I
place
kind
with
of
this
I
shit.
kind of like that it's different. Everyone tries to emulate either that
cask,
flat,
flask,
like-
yeah.
or they try to emulate Jack Daniels. Like
Yeah.
this is
The
another
square
Jack
bottle.
Daniels ripoff.
Yep.
They're not trying to do either of those. I like that they're not bullshitting with the bottle either. It doesn't have a lot of nonsense and fluff around the outside. It's got a plastic top. I mean, it's kind of like us, right? Like this is what we got. It's fucking good. Pay attention.
Yeah.
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 I like it.
It works.
I
It
do
works.
too. I like it.
Would we put it in our top? So our top 3, as it stands right now, we got Woodford and Elijah Craig. I think Woodford's in first, Elijah Craig second, and then we have Gentleman Jack and Makers vying for third. There's some debate about whether Woodford and Elijah Craig. We're gonna have to do a.
We're gonna and
Taste testing
It's
sometime.
it's probably gonna end up being a midweek at some point because my top 3 lays a little bit differently now.
I'm still a huge fan of Nine Banded and Larceny.
Yeah.
Personally, both of those are off the chain.
Larceny I thought was good, but it didn't quite do it for me as far as top 3. My top 3 right now, it's Woodford and Elijah Craig at like number 1. I need to taste test. I cannot put one in front of the other. And then Gentleman Jack and Nine Banded are tied at 3rd.
I'm with you.
Oh, I think we decided to put 9 Bandit at third, didn't we? Tied
Yeah.
with Gentleman Jack. That's
Yeah.
gonna have to be a blind taste test.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna pen that in right now.
I'm with you, dude. And as far as I'm concerned, very old Barton, Makers, all these other things are just nipping at the heels of third.
Yeah, I mean that very old Barton is like really right close in there with Nine Banded and Gentleman Jack. I feel like.
So what I will say is, in these talks that were all these bottles that we just named, that's the cheapest bottle.
Really,
What about Ancient Age?
I'm not gonna put that on my list.
that's not in my top 3.
We drink it.
You know,
It was
I
cheap.
gave it a fair shot. It was. That's one thing I will say about it is, man,
works.
was it cheap?
Yeah. But it works, man.
and it gets you drunk.
It'll get you drunk.
Get you drunk, especially when it's hot.
Yep.
So we'll come back on the drunkenness after we take 2 or 3 more shots of this very old Barton.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think top marks for a bottom shelf whiskey.
Yeah,
Top marks.
definitely.
I agree. It's nipping on the heels of third, just like all the rest of them we just named.
Yeah, I would definitely put it right there with 9 Banded and Gentleman Jack.
Yeah.
It's close. It's real
in the
close.
same way you want to taste test Elijah Craig and Woodford, I think at this point I'm pretty sad on Elijah Craig. I like it better. But
I think I'm in the same boat. I just don't want to
That's just
say
me.
it.
But shit, I would totally just lost my train of thought.
I know that me personally, I think I do put Elijah Craig above Woodford, but again, it needs to come down to a taste test because it's hard.
That's where I was getting at. I want to do a taste test between 9 Banded and Gentleman Jack too.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to video that, and that's coming. We'll put it on YouTube. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So since we're talked about Ancient Age a little bit and how exceptionally cheap it was,
Right.
Failed shots. I want to talk about failed shots.
Oh.
Now, everyone there's certain types of classic failed shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the basic failed shot where you take it as soon as it hits the back of your throat, you throw up. Don't even have to be drunk for that one. You just have to be an amateur. That's all. There's a little bit more. It's still real common, but it takes a person that drinks whiskey to make this happen. They spray it out of their nose.
I know, motherfucker.
I know a guy. I was gonna say about that. Take the first shot and spit it up. I know a dude that sprays it out his nose somewhere between the first and third shot every time, no matter what. And I would far from call him an amateur.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is not an amateur move. It's a hardcore move, especially if you can recover from it.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially if it's like.
But it is a
every
common
fucking
move,
time.
right?
You just
Like
go
we've all
right
done
there.
it. We've all seen it. It's amazing that you can pass an entire shot of whiskey through your nose.
Yeah.
What are some more exceptional failed shots? I don't want basic bit shit.
I'm not going to call it a failed shot, but I have a uncanny knack to casually puke.
Yeah.
I can just dude, and
How do you casually puke? You just
Oh man.
we could sit here having this conversation. I'd just be like, what? And then continue on with the conversation and not miss a beat and continue drinking like no problem.
all right.
It's
Synced it.
Yeah, it's a very casual puke.
It's
would
a
say-
I know
Puke
I've
and
seen
Rally,
it. I know
right?
some of our listeners. have
yeah,
seen it.
It's a puke and rally.
It's
Yeah.
a puke and rally and extremely casual. Just like
That's some basic bitch shit right
whole
there.
conversation throw up. It's far from basic. Nobody
No,
else I know
that's-
can fucking do it.
I think
that's the
it's
pinnacle.
impressive. That's hard to do.
that comes
Usually if I'm
So
It's the opposite of amateur.
let me throw this out there.
Pro.
I've got
called
one.
Pro shit.
We're standing around a pool table. It's worth noting that this particular room that we're standing in has a particularly low ceiling. It's not so low that you have to duck, but it's low enough that a tall person could jump.
It's
and
an
bump their
8-foot
head.
ceiling, and we're a bunch of 6-foot tall motherfuckers.
So
This
I
dude's
don't even know that
6'5".
it's 8. It wasn't 8 foot, was it?
8 foot. It's just normal.
It
may have been a little bit low,
But not much, but not much. Yeah.
Ceiling, yeah.
But it was tall enough that you could walk around, no problem. Anyway,
dude in question 6'5" though,
so we all take the shot.
it was the first shot of the night too.
The dude gets it down, swallows it, and then starts bailing. Right, like he's
Run.
going for the back door, and you know the cheeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That starts happening.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, when it lets go,
He's running full speed.
he's running as fast as he can, and he didn't put his hands in front of his mouth like here. He put his hands in front of his mouth like out here, like he's about to catch a football. Right?
Yeah, running for the
He put
Hail
his
Mary.
hands out here, and he projectile vomited into his hands, open hands out here, like he's catching a football.
with such trajectory.
This
this motherfucker.
this spew is spew. This wasn't a puke. This was projectile puke vomit. Goes forward, hits his hands. It ricochets, deflects, whatever you want to call it, off his hands. Goes straight
Straight to
up
the ceiling.
and hits the ceiling,
And
and it
sticks.
fucking sticks.
Dude.
This is not like liquid that he's throwing up. He's throwing up
It's
his
like
fucking
all the
like a
Wendy's he ate
paste.
on the way to the
Whataburger, right? Like
Physics and shit, dude. Like,
this
yeah.
stuck.
You got fucking stalactite puke now.
That
It's
that
sprayed about 8 people also.
that is an exceptional
Oh
failed
no!
shot.
All right, that just reminded me. I got one. This is a good one. So one time I was house sitting for somebody, and they went out of town. I decided to invite a couple people over to hang out and have a few shots, and we're gonna just hang out in the garage, like we do. And so we're a little ways into the night. This is a drunken maneuver, but we're all hanging out in the garage, and we all go to take a shot. So we take a shot. One person doesn't handle the shot well, and it's not a spectacular failed shot or anything, but they throw up onto the ground in the garage. So then we kind of like, oh shit, that's fucked up, and we kind of go about our ways or whatever.
Everybody's shit house is 2:00 in the morning in a garage, and there's like 20 people.
Yeah. So
I remember this.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
No,
I
you
don't.
don't.
I remember this happening because it happened at my house.
Yeah.
Where was I? Fucking somewhere else.
out of town because I was house sitting for you. So I invite. This is one of those times where like you invite 5 people over and 30 motherfuckers show up.
Yeah. The opposite of when you invite 30 and like 5 show up.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So this motherfucker throws up on the ground, and then we all go about our ways. Then we come back, and we're gonna take another shot, right? So we take a shot, and one person goes to turn away after they took the shot, and they slip in the puke, and they fucking
Land in the
Foot-
puke.
yeah,
And
foot-
then they puke.
yeah, feet into the air, fucking land on the ground, and they're laying in puke.
And then
they
they puke.
realize what happened, and they immediately start throwing up. And when they fell down, they grabbed onto somebody to try and get back up, and they pulled them down into the puke. And then that person started puking.
ended
it
up
was a
with
chain
3 or
reaction.
4 people in vomit
Yeah.
on the floor.
Chain reaction that ended in 4 people laying in a pool of puke, and all
And
of them are
half of
throwing up on each other.
On each other at
Yeah.
that point. It was super gnarly.
That's like puke inception or something.
Yeah,
It's just-
it was fucking gnarly.
I think the opening scene to Beer Fest, except with instead of awesome beer drinking, it was just like people puking and falling down in it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's one of my favorite stories. Another one that a couple people here were present for. We were having a house party, more or less, massive, lots of drinking, and we were all in the living room. And this house had a hallway that led to the bathroom, and then the tub at the end of the bathroom, and it was all one straight shot. And the toilet was right next to the tub. So we take a shot, and he takes off running to go to the bathroom because he's got a puke. He doesn't quite make it, and before he gets to the door of the bathroom, he throws up, and it's all tile floors. Hits, and he's full speed running for the bathroom. Throws up, it hits the floor. He slips in it, and he baseball slides into the tub and breaks his foot.
oh,
His toes were sideways.
oh.
That's an
That was a failed
exceptional
shot.
That's an exceptional failed shot.
Oh my god.
when I'm thinking failed shots, I'm thinking, the people go to the bar, they put, 151 on top of it, they light it, and they stand around and they bullshit, and they light their cigarette and everything, then they blow it out and they go to take the shot that burns their fucking lips. You ever seen that? You get that nice ring around your lips.
Or the ones
That's
that-
a failed shot.
Or the ones that don't blow it out and just liquid fire in their face.
Yeah.
I had a party a long time ago, and one of my neighbors had come over, and he's like, I want you to make me just a crazy shot. I'm like, yeah, what you want? I had full bar. I had just about everything there. And he says, I want you to make this. And he just turns his phone, and it's an alien brain hemorrhage. And I'm like,
cool.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, you want me to make this? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like reading the ingredients on it, and it's like 80% peach schnapps, and then you pour, whatever thick chocolate liquor on top of that, and then
What, like Bailey's or?
I'm sorry, yeah. So it's
Okay.
Bailey's on top of that, and then you pour on.
So
Very,
it curdles.
yes.
I got you.
And then
I
very,
got- I
very
got you.
slowly, you put grenadine in it and blue Ciroc, whatever the hell you call it. And him too. And
All of it. Put all of it.
And it just curdles in the middle. And this is in one of those big, like, Texas shot glasses, the old nice tall ones.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And he took it and he tipped the thing back, and it, like, instantly curdled as he was doing it.
It's like alcoholic yogurt.
Oh yeah, and he just looked at me, and you get that look, like that cartoon look where one pupil gets bigger, the other one gets smaller, and he just kind of did that, and I went no, and
Outside.
he turned right around, and my had French doors right there. He casually walked out, made it right to the railing, and just puked right off the side of it. Turned around and goes, "Make another." All right.
Hell yeah, I like this
I
guy.
like him.
Yeah.
All right, I got a story to interject real quick. So there was another house party where we were all throwing down, drinking a lot of whiskey and stuff, and there was one guy that he went out of the back door of the garage that we were in that basically led into the backyard, and he sat down on the little like thing right there, and he was throwing up in between his legs. Just he was fucked up, right? So then somebody else who was at this house party.
It was me.
Yeah, yeah, it was. So Chris took a shot and then was like, nope, not working. And he ran for the back door to go throw up outside, opened the door, turned around and threw up. And that kid was sitting there and he just threw up all over this kid's head.
Yep.
You don't sit where the puke spot is. That's,
No.
Super fucking
No,
violent.
you gotta puke and move on.
Yeah.
You can't puke and lay down or you'll get fucked. Proper.
So that one was pretty bad. But so kind of transition, I have seen a successful failed puke, and that was kind of an interesting thing.
like you swallow the puke?
No, so I saw this guy, and we went to a hotel party, and basically they had Everclear Punch. That was what the hotel party consisted of. But they had a little bit of Everclear left over, and this kid was like, I can take a shot of Everclear. And I was like, no, you can't. Like, you don't even drink that much. You definitely can't take a shot of Everclear. And he was like, yeah, I can, watch. And he went and he poured up a shot of Everclear, and he took it. And he was immediately just fucked up. Like, oh, fuck, this was a terrible idea.
What have I done?
Dude,
So-
I'm a seasoned alcoholic. That's a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, this
I've
was
done
this
it.
was when I was in my college days, and there was probably 60, 70 people in this, like, little fucking motel with one bathroom. So there's, like, 15 people in line to get into the bathroom. He goes and he sits down in the line, literally waits the entire time to get through the line, got all the way up. The person in front of him came out of the bathroom, and he went in, like, looked into the toilet, flushed it, and then he, like, shut the door, got down on his knees, and threw up in the toilet. And it was like a 30-minute window from the time that he took the shot, got in line, and got to the bathroom.
He held it together for that long. And
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta give him credit though.
Dude, that's
cool.
props to
That's
that
props.
guy.
So, I got a little side topic here. What's y'all's favorite shooter? I'll go ahead and start. My favorite shooter is something, shout out to New York boys, it's called a New York motherfucker. And it's all the clears, SoCo, Malibu, and a splash of cranberry. And it's absolutely delicious. And it's like taking shooters of like super delicious Long Island iced teas.
I don't know redheaded sluts. I don't even know what they consist of, but I can drink those all night.
Yeah.
Red snappers, Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger
That's
bombs
when
you got to be
you-
careful
Jaeger
with though, because
That's-
then you're
Jaeger bomb-
drunk and your heart starts beating fast. That's
Jaeger
weird.
bombs will get you home.
I tell
Yeah,
you,
that's what I was going to say is Jaeger bombs is what you take right before you leave the bar. That way you get the focus for just a minute.
Yep.
those New York
Little shot of
motherfuckers.
energy drink to get home.
It's road shots.
Yeah.
I've had those New York motherfuckers one time, and
They're danger.
I know most of us in here are familiar with the outcome of that. I got hit by a car that night.
Was that
Oh,
was
yeah.
that night?
I drank. Okay.
Oh,
So,
man, this is a good story.
I remember that night. Kind
I
of.
don't.
I remember being at Pluckers with you fuckers.
Not Pluckers.
Fowler's.
Fowler's. That's
Which
right.
is closed now, but
Yeah.
Now it's like New China Buffet again or something.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Well, I remember being there, kind of, and then
And the beautiful thing about that place at the time was, at the time,
it was
I
walking
lived.
distance.
I lived within walking distance.
All you had to do was cross
Across 620.
which
Once
is
you get
a
across
busy
620, it's
highway.
just a casual walk across down the sidewalk.
so this is kind of a combination of like Puke and Rally, and then craziness after that. So I remember taking those with you, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go." And I took like 4. And I remember the
They're
fourth one I
delicious.
took, I got it in, and I was like, "Okay, I got it." And I was like, "No, I don't." And I went to the bathroom, and I just unloaded in the urinal. And then by the time I was done in the
You're
urinal,
a real dirtbag. He throws up in the urinal.
Dude.
You're that guy.
this
I
guy.
witnessed this last night actually.
So I walked out all bloodshot, apparently, in the eyes from puking, and there was a cop outside. And he was like off-duty cop, but he was a security guard for the bar that night. And he looked at me and he knew I was drunker than 10 Indians. And he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm out of here, man. You're not fucking with me." And I darted right for 620. And I remember I was like bumblefuck drunk, like all over the place. Couldn't walk right. Didn't know where I was going. And I got to the edge of the road.
pinballing out of bouncing off.
Dude, and my mind was like, all right, here you are at 620. You just gotta fucking go. You're gonna
Pay
find
attention.
a path. You just gotta hit it at the right time.
It's like
I remember
Frogger.
This truck went by me.
This is the moment we
and all
prepared
this
for.
Fucking vacuum took me in. I was like, here we go, and I just ran across. So 620 is 5 lanes, and it's like 55 miles an
pretty
hour.
major
right there.
highway, yeah.
I got to the farthest lane on the other side of the street, and I heard hit me, man. But I was so drunk and like flexible, it hit me in like my knee, and I just rolled over the hood of the car. So for me, it wasn't that bad. I like stood up, and
He's
it
like,
was-
ta-da.
yeah, and I was like, I'm okay.
I'm drunk and invincible.
And that wasn't a cop who hit me. I'm even more okay. But it was like 2 women, and they got out of the car, and they're hysterical because they just hit me with their car, and
And they're drunk.
freaking out. Yeah, we gotta call an ambulance. And I was like, you're not
No.
calling nobody.
Yeah, it was like 1 o'clock in the
Bail.
morning.
Dude,
Bail.
I just fucking walked home, man.
Run.
Yeah, dude.
Then I woke up in a trunk.
No, seriously, I woke up in Blake's house and my fucking ass was purple, you know.
His whole side. He was purple from his knee to like his armpit. The whole side was purple.
I got hit by a fucking car.
Still can't knock me out, though. What's up? It was,
I ain't going out like no bitch.
yeah. Fucking right. I'm still going to walk home. No plastic surgery.
That's a good one. That's a good story. I'm gonna pour up another round of shots.
Let's do it.
All right.
Not New York motherfuckers, though, because I'm not getting hit by a car on a
Those are
two-lane street.
delicious, though.
They were so good. That's why I kept
So
drinking them, and I just
Yep.
got so throwed. Oh, man, it was bad.
You ever heard of the shot, the Jersey Turnpike?
I have.
I've heard
yeah.
of it. I don't know that I've had
I
it.
know the Jersey Turnpike, but I haven't heard the
You
shot.
just take the bar rag and wipe the bar with it and squeeze it into a shot.
Oh, okay.
I've seen people do it.
Here we call that the grog.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll party for a weekend and we'll put a cup out in the middle of the table and we'll just put nasty shit in there all weekend and then everybody has to take a shot of it at the end.
Like if you find it a half drink beer, you put it in there.
Yeah.
A shot with a little bit left in it, you put it in the garage.
Watered down Jack and Coke, you know. We just mix it all in. A bar rag. Squeeze it at.
Leftover
Cigarette
beers, you know,
Cigarette
kind of.
butts. Yep, all the good shit.
old chicken wing.
Yep.
Yep.
That's some hazing initiation shit is what that is.
Man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Healthy,
No.
though. Lots of protein in that kind of shit, you know. good
Where's
for
the
you.
protein?
No.
All right, cheers.
Jeez.
Hey,
All right, this very old Barton is going down smooth.
man. Thank you, Mr. Barton. I know you're very old and everything, but we appreciate you.
So we were talking about cocksuckers that puke in urinals. I
Yeah.
was out last night. Last night I was out. And in the fancy part of town at the Domain, ate at a really nice restaurant. Had 36-hour smoked ribs, which were fucking phenomenal.
Nice.
Then we went to this hookah bar that's like on a rooftop or whatever.
77.
Yep, 77 degrees. We were hanging out in there and having a good time, whatever. And like, I had already been drinking when we were at dinner. We went to Culinary Dropout and then walked across 77 degrees.
Oh, cool.
So I'd already been drinking. I'd had 4 or 5 Jack and Cokes by the time we even get to 77 degrees. Have some more drinks, start smoking hookah. And when we first got there, I went to the bathroom. Bathroom was sparkling clean. There was like 7 people in the bar. It was still daylight outside, you know what I mean? So fast forward like 2 or 3
a
hours.
nice place. Look how
and I
clean
go
it
back
is.
in there
Yep.
again because I've been drinking. I get to take another leak, right? And, dude, somebody fucking murdered that bathroom with pulled pork. Like, murdered it. And it was like...
Tortillas and all.
Dude, you could like I knew it was pulled pork. I was like, and dude, they ran in there, and I could see what happened, and they hit the wall.
It's like CSI.
and the floor, and the side,
I know what happened
in
here.
the first urinal.
Takes the
and then the
sunglasses
motherfucker
off.
didn't stop there. He went around the wall and hit the second urinal, which was a little more concentrated and less mess on the floor and wall, but still like. Dude,
Well, he didn't
and
wanna
it
get all
looked like
messy.
pulled pork. Like you could probably have scooped it out and put it in some tinfoil and went served to somebody
But
else.
don't they-
Straight out of the
You gotta
urinal.
check
yeah,
out this
dude.
taco I got in the bathroom, dude. This guy's
Secondhand
selling
pulled
them.
pork.
Usually they
out of
have an
the urinal.
attendant. There's usually an attendant there. Like, what is he just like? He saw that. He was like, oh, fuck this, man.
There was no attendant this night, not last night.
Nobody selling cigarettes in there?
Nope, not on Wednesday night.
So when I first moved down here, my company put me in down there
At the
at the Domain.
Yeah, which is a
And-
cool place to be.
Oh, it was great because it was a furnished apartment. All I had to do was bring clothes.
Yep.
So I'd walk downstairs, go to the bar, get something to eat, and then go. I used to go to 77 all the time, and I remember going there one day right after work, and sitting there, and everyone, everyone's getting little booths, doing their hookahs and everything. And I'm sitting next to this little whiny kid. I don't know, maybe 22, 24 years old, sitting there vaping. And I'm talking to the bartender, and we're having some laughs. And she was from Alaska, never seen a bee before, never seen a mosquito before, nothing. I'm like, really?
Now she's bartending in an outside bar in Texas.
Yeah, she's like, she got little sweat bees and stuff around her, and she's freaking out about it. And I'm like, really, you're scared of this? And she's like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like this. I'm like, well, what do you have to be scared of? In Alaska, do you go to school and shit? She's like, well, moose. I was like, all right, well, I guess you could see that coming, I guess.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and this kid's talking about how his new job and how his mom and dad are cutting him off his trust fund or some shit like that, and he's complaining to somebody he's only going to get $125,000 a year. And I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at his little stupid shorts and his little stupid boat shoes and this big vape cloud, and I'm thinking, you know what, this is ridiculous. So he just wouldn't stop, and he's drinking some drink with an umbrella on it or something like that. I'm just having a beer. So I looked at the bartender and I said, hey, did you hear about that new study that they're doing? It said that, most adolescent males from the ages of 16 to about 25, 95% of them are getting cervical cancer. She's like, really? And he looks over at me and he goes, where are you getting this statistic from? I said, I just read it, in the medical journal. It's all over. It's all over all the news articles today. It was on Yahoo, it was on CNN. I'm just making shit up. He says, you really think it's 95%? I said, oh yeah, definitely said, 95% of adolescent males that vape typically, will end up with cervical cancer. And he's like, yeah, but I don't think that number's that high. I mean, you really think 75% of cervical cancer? I'm like, definitely 95% cervical cancer. And he's pulling out his phone and he's looking it up and he can't find it. And he's like, where are you seeing this? Where are you seeing this? And I don't know, maybe it's in the Mayo Clinic. I'm not really sure where I saw it. Finally, the bartender sits there and looks over at him and she goes, he's politely telling you you're a pussy.
Oh my God.
It's good.
Rule number 1, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Number one.
So we have a couple rules on this show.
Yeah.
Rule number 1, don't be a pussy. Rule number 2, shut the fuck up. And I feel like not just every man, but every person can take something from those rules and take something of value from it, right? Like,
right.
It really, they're so vast. They apply to so much. Drink the shot. And then if you have to throw up, wait in line.
Yeah.
And then wait your turn, go in there, lift the toilet seat like a
And
gentleman.
while you're waiting in line, abide by rule number 2.
And then throw up. Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Or at least find a potted plant where nobody's around.
Yeah.
And then when you're done throwing up, don't be a pussy. Like, this is time to puke and rally.
Yeah, like puking the chick's purse next to you in the bar.
There you
That's
go.
always a good spot.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Just
a
make sure
great.
she's not looking.
There's
Yeah,
usually
if
a
you
purse
get away
around.
with it. That's danger.
That's
Danger.
gotta be a quick blip. If you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Very
There's
casual.
a lot of Louis Vuitton purses down here.
Hey, they hold a lot of puke too.
Yeah.
Most of
Man,
them are
those big-
knockoffs.
They're all 3-gallon motherfuckers, man. I can fill those bitches up.
I got
Hey, did you
3
see that
gallons
poster in the bar? Bleh. I think you put your,
that would be the ultimate dirtbag move. If you just threw up in her purse and then put it back and she didn't know it.
And just looked at her dead in the eyes and just kept looking at her while you're throwing up. Just open up.
Make eye contact. You have to establish dominance.
One of the worst things that I did to a friend that I can remember.
Oh no, this is a dark subject.
This is a dark subject. It was I was in high school and it was Everclear drunk actually, but we got in his truck and we were with some girls. We picked up 3 girls. And we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, Texas, right? And like having a great time. I was making out with this girl and I'm like, nope, all that shit's gonna catch up with me. We got in the truck to go skinny dipping from drinking and whatever. And I threw up in her lap and was like, oh no, I guess I'm not gonna bang her tonight. And then I opened his glove box to his truck and just filled it up.
Which probably at the time that
Closed
seemed
it.
like a reasonable place to puke. In hindsight, though, maybe not so much.
No, we had to go clean his truck the next day, and it was fucking wretched, bro.
man.
And all right, so on a similar topic, but not quite as dark. This was you. I'll go ahead and lay it out there. But we went to a wedding, and all of us caught a 24-hour. We're gonna throw up virus. Everything. Just fucking puke everywhere.
This is
I
not
thought
even
y'all were
whiskey
just being
related.
pussies and being drunk about it.
This isn't even whiskey related. This is like y'all are sick.
No, the people that
No.
didn't drink, like everyone that went to this wedding,
Got sick.
threw
Got
up.
fucking
Except me.
norovirus.
I was at the wedding. I didn't get sick.
And of course, I will
drinking
throw
up
this out
alcohol
there.
or
I got
fucking-
over a 24-hour virus in like 24 minutes. It was fucking ridiculous.
It's amazing what you can drink away if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Alcohol kills bacteria and viruses. Go figure.
Whiskey will cure what ails you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get sick. We get home. I apparently missed the caravan of people doing like 110 back to
That
the
was
house.
fun.
But
Allegedly.
But I get back to the house and I crawl to the end of my bed and throw up into the nightstand trash can that I had. So when this happened, I lost my glasses. Couldn't see shit. I'm blind as fuck. Could not see a goddamn thing, and I'm throwing up. I feel like shit. And then I didn't know that everybody else was sick.
Well,
So-
nobody else was sick at that time except for Blake.
Right.
And then Katie caught it later even. Katie wasn't even fucked up at that point. It was just you and Blake. So my initial reaction was, shut up, Chop, you're drunk. Throw up
Yeah.
in the bucket, get up like a man, let's take some more shots, and we're going to party the rest of this night.
Right. So I'm sitting there in my room being like, oh, I'm fucked. I just threw up in this bucket. I threw up like a couple times
This
and
and
lost
this,
my glasses.
kids, is what we call lost in the bucket.
Yeah. So I go to the edge of my room, and I don't have glasses, can't see anything, and I'm yelling out the edge of the room, I need a bro, because I can't find my glasses. And so I'm fucking certain that I threw up into the bucket and I dropped my fucking glasses.
Because
into
they
this
fall
puke
off
bucket.
your face if
Yeah.
you're throwing up hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I'm so sure that I fucking lost my glasses in this bucket. So I'm like, I need my brother, because I needed somebody who was like had dealt with my shit before.
Blake was throwing up in his bathtub in his bathroom.
And I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
So I was yelling out trying to find my brother, and
You got me.
I got Chris. And Chris came in and was like, I got you, bro. What do you need? And I was like, dude, I'm sick. I'm throwing up in this bucket. I lost my glasses. They're in this
Dude,
bucket.
and he had filled it up.
Yeah.
It was
this was
full. It was like 3/4 full.
this is like a fucking 3-gallon trash can, and it's 3/4 of the way full.
Not 3 gallon, like gallon and a half. 2 gallons maybe.
All right. Well,
Let's call it 2/3 full. Right, that's easier.
All
Let's
right.
call it 11 gallons.
40-gallon
I had
trash
to get
can.
entirely in this.
yeah.
It's
So
a
Chris
barrel
came
of
in. He's
vomit.
like, I got you, bro. Like, all right, we'll do this. And he fucking dug his arm down into my puke bucket and started digging around trying to find my glasses.
Pulled
And-
pork. What else is in
It's like a bad episode of Double Dare.
There was no
Fucking
fucking
Nickelodeon.
glasses in the bucket.
There was no glasses in the bucket.
Oh.
He ended up finding my glasses underneath the bed. And
Fuck.
so,
Were they covered in puke under the bed too?
up to the elbow, bro.
yeah, he
Up
was
to the
elbow deep in my
deep
puke. Did not find my glasses. They were under the bed, not covered in puke. He found them, gave them to me. I got over my virus then, and then went back into the garage and drank shots with people.
Which is number one reason, maybe not the number one, but one of the reasons you're a cocksucker.
Yeah, definitely. I was a cocksucker that night, without a doubt.
Yeah. There's lots of nights I'm the asshole. You were the asshole that night.
I was definitely the
Turns
asshole.
out I
that
was
night.
an asshole that night too, though.
So true story. Last time I ever threw up is how I got the scar on my face.
No shit.
Oh, that giant gnarly scar! I
Yep.
didn't want to say anything. The elephant in the room, man. But
That was the very last time I
holy
ever threw
shit,
up.
what happened to you?
No, actually, I threw up so hard.
Let me
that,
see. Let me see.
You don't see?
I
No,
broke all
so
the
the other
blood
side.
vessels in my cheeks, and like one piece of skin like never grew back or something, or when it grew back, there was a hole there, and it's been there ever since. And it's let's see, I don't know how many years it's been now. 27 years, 20.
I don't have any
like that.
puke scars. That's intense.
That is
Yeah,
intense.
that's the last time I threw up. I was 13.
I've definitely thrown up falling down some stairs before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's different. That's falling downstairs scars, not puke scars.
Oh man.
At the same time, it's gotta count.
That reminds me, can we talk about how there's a fucking thing that's like, is it a kid or are they drunk? It's the same thing, right?
It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Like, you can tell a story and then go, was it a kid or was I drunk? And dude, 50% of the time, people are gonna get it wrong.
Yep.
All right, so
Yeah, give us an example.
Yeah.
I have a scar above my eye where I fucking hit my head on a table. It was a wooden table. I rolled down some stairs and smacked my head into a table.
Was I 5 or was I drunk?
Yeah. No, basically I missed a stair, rolled down the stairs, and then hit my head on the table at the bottom of the stairs. Was I a kid or was I drunk?
You're drunk.
No, you were a kid.
Kid, drunk,
I'm gonna say kid.
kid. Yeah, I was a kid. So most of y'all got that one, but there you can tell any fucking story like that.
All right.
I've
got a
also
story-
known you since then.
Yeah.
I ran
sure.
into a sliding glass door one time.
All right.
Was I drunk or a kid?
Yeah.
Like I full on fucking ran into this motherfucker.
Did you break it?
Like it was open. No, because I'm a pussy.
I'm gonna go kid.
Kid. The break it was the breaking point.
Kid?
Butcher?
I'll go. You were drunk.
Man, I was not. I was a kiddo.
So I have 2. One, I rode skateboard down concrete apartment stairs.
Drunk.
Drunk.
I'm gonna go with both. I'm gonna say that you were under 16 and drunk.
Nope.
I feel like these are all kid stories.
So yeah, that one's kid. Here's another one. I didn't want to start with this one because a couple of you know this fucking story. I rode a front door down an apartment staircase.
Surfed a front door down a staircase.
Surfed a front door
Yeah.
down an
But
apartment
that's a clear
staircase.
drunk maneuver, right?
Yeah, it gives it
Bullshit.
away.
Obvious
When you're
bullshit.
surfing, it's you give it away.
Okay, here's another. I rode a mattress down indoor stairs.
Oh, that's a kid move right there.
I've done it as a kid and as a drunk.
I've done it. I used to do it in a
Different
suitcase.
times, like 20 years apart.
All right.
You didn't learn the first time?
I'll give you another
You know
one.
what?
I had
So fucking stupid.
I had an inflatable shark that was for like a pool toy, and I rode down a set of stairs on the inflatable pool shark.
How far did you ride before you just started going end over end?
2 steps.
No,
About a
it was
foot?
further than that. It was about 10 steps.
About halfway?
Yeah,
About
You were drunk.
halfway?
You were drunk.
Drunk?
Drunk.
Kid? All right, so that one, I'm going to go ahead and say it classifies as both. I was drunk, but I was about 16.
Yeah.
So I stabbed a man in Tijuana once. Drunk or a kid?
Definitely a kid.
Bartender was like, why the long face?
Well, when it comes to your drunk stories and failed shots and whatever you got to do, man, I guess the main thing that you got to pay attention to is you got to abide by rule number 1. Like, you can't be a pussy about it.
Nah. Own that shit.
Yeah,
And
then-
if you're gonna be a pussy though,
And if you're going to fuck up that hard, abide by rule number 2 and shut the fuck up, unless you're making podcasts.
or you're being self-deprecating. That's
Yeah,
great
yeah.
too. Yeah.
But be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, and YouTube. We have new episodes every Monday, and be sure to check out our midweeks. They come out usually on Thursday or Friday, sometimes Wednesday, depends. All right, that's enough about Whiskey and Whiskers. Give us a little bit about Bvillebutcher. Tell me what your handle is, and tell me what you're about.
So everybody can find me on Instagram right now. B, just the letter B. Bvillebutcher, Villebutch. Working on all kinds of just different things. If you like something, give me a thumbs up on something. If you want to see me cook something, or maybe there's something that somebody else is doing, and you're like, all right, what's your take on it? Let me know. I'll do whatever I can.
All right, yeah, give our boy a shout out, and be sure to check us out, and we'll see you next week.